Hey everyone! Welcome back to day 2 of our 7-day English speaking challenge. I'm so glad you're here again. Yesterday we talked about how to describe your daily routine, and if you practiced it, even a little, give yourself credit for that, because showing up 2 days in a row is already more than most people do. Today we're going somewhere even more useful. Somewhere you'll actually use constantly. Real everyday conversations. The kind you have at a coffee shop, in a store, or with a coworker just passing in a hallway. Here's something most people get wrong when they're learning English. They think fluency comes from grammar rules and long vocabulary lists. And sure, those things help. But the truth is, most of your daily conversations are short, simple, and repetitive. Ordering a coffee, asking where something is in a store, saying good morning to a colleague, and asking how their weekend was. These moments don't need complicated sentences. They need confidence. And confidence comes from practice, not from memorizing a dictionary. So while you're listening to me right now, understand that this is already working for you. Your ears are absorbing natural rhythm, real pacing, the way native speakers actually connect their words together. That's something no textbook can fully teach you. You learn it by listening again and again, until it starts to feel familiar instead of foreign. Let's break down 3 situations you're going to face constantly. And I mean constantly, no matter where you live or what your life looks like. Ordering food or drinks, asking for help while shopping, and small talk with people around you, coworkers, neighbors, even strangers. Let's start with ordering food, because almost everyone does this on a regular basis. Picture yourself walking into a cafe. You say, "Hi, I'd like to order a coffee, please." The person behind the counter asks, "Sure, what kind of coffee would you like?" You say, "I'll have a latte, please." They ask, "Would you like that hot or iced?" You say, "Hot, please. Can I also get a croissant?" They say, of course, "Anything else?" And you finish with, "No, that's all. Thank you." Notice something important here. This conversation isn't complicated. It's short, it's polite, and it moves naturally from one line to the next. You don't need fancy words. You need clarity, a friendly tone, and simple phrases like please and thank you. That's it. That's the whole secret. People overcomplicate this in their heads, thinking they need to sound impressive, when really, they just need to sound clear. Now let's talk about shopping, because this is another situation you'll run into all the time. Imagine you're in a store and you can't find something. You approach someone and say, "Excuse me, can you help me find the bread aisle?" They respond, "Sure, it's in aisle 5, just down there to your left." You say, "Thank you," and that's it. Conversation complete. If you need more details, you can ask things like, "Do you know if this is gluten-free?" Or, "Can I get a larger size?" Or, "Is this on sale?" These are small, practical phrases, but they're the exact kind of sentences that make you feel independent and capable in a new language, instead of stuck and anxious every time you need something. Now let's get into something that scares a lot of people more than ordering food or asking for directions. Small talk. And I understand why it feels intimidating, because unlike ordering a coffee, small talk feels unpredictable. You don't know exactly what the other person will say. But here's what I want you to understand. Small talk isn't about saying something impressive. It's about showing warmth and interest. That's genuinely all it is. Here's an example with a colleague. They say, "Morning. How's it going?" You respond, "Hey, I'm good thanks. How about you?" They say, "Doing well. Busy day ahead for you?" You respond, "Yeah, I've got a few meetings lined up. How about you?" That's it. Nobody needs a deep, meaningful conversation at 9 in the morning by the coffee machine. They just want a friendly exchange. Something light. Something human. You can talk about the weather, about work, about weekend plans. Nothing needs to be clever. It just needs to be genuine. Here's your challenge for day 2. I want you to write out short dialogues for all 3 situations we covered today: ordering food or drinks, a shopping conversation, and small talk with a colleague or stranger. Then say them out loud. Record yourself if you're comfortable, and pay close attention to your tone and your pace, not just the words. If you're feeling brave, share your dialogue in the comments. I'll be reading through them. And if you're feeling shy, that's okay too. Just practicing quietly still counts. I want to say something important before we wrap up today, because I think you need to hear it. Learning English isn't just about memorizing words and phrases. It's about building confidence, patience, and resilience. 3 things that don't come overnight, no matter how badly you want them to. There will be days you feel like you've completely mastered a conversation, and other days where you stumble over a sentence you knew perfectly yesterday. That's not failure. That's simply how learning works, for absolutely everyone, in every language, at every level. Every mistake you make is quietly teaching you something. It's showing you exactly where to focus next. So instead of fearing your mistakes, start treating them as information, as small signs pointing you toward improvement. The goal is never perfection anyway. The goal is communication. If someone understands you, you have already succeeded. Even if your grammar wasn't flawless, even if you paused halfway through a sentence searching for the right word. Here's something that might surprise you. Even native speakers don't speak perfectly all the time. They pause. They repeat themselves. They stumble over words occasionally too. So give yourself that same grace instead of holding yourself to an impossible standard nobody actually meets. Think of fluency like building a house, brick by brick. Some days you'll add many bricks, full conversations, new phrases, real progress you can feel. Other days you might only add one small brick, a single sentence you manage to say with confidence. Both days matter. Both days count. As long as you keep showing up, you are building something real, something that will eventually become a home for your confidence in this language. You've already done something brave just by committing to this challenge and showing up again today. That's not nothing. That's actually the hardest part for most people. The simple act of continuing. You're not just learning English right now. You're becoming someone more confident, more capable, a little stronger with each day that passes. I'm proud of how far you've already come, and I genuinely can't wait to see where you are by the end of this week. So keep practicing, keep speaking even when it feels uncomfortable, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself even on the days it feels slow. Remember, this was never a race. It's not about how fast you move. It's about refusing to stop moving altogether. Every small step forward still counts as forward. Thank you for being here for day 2. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3, where we'll take things even further into real, natural conversations. Until then, keep practicing, stay positive, and never forget, you've absolutely got this.